What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the unlock requirements for absorbing mana. We had a blog post yesterday on Friday, and there on that blog post we have all the information we need in order to prepare for the event where we'll be able to unlock absorbing man. And while Absorbing Man, in my opinion, is not like the most game-breaking character, he's still definitely an interesting character because he spawns with taunt and is also part of the Masters of Evil. And the Masters of Evil, according to Scopely, is going to be a legendary requirement unlock. And at this point in time, we don't know if it's the old system of the legendary unlock, where you need characters at 5 yellow stars in order to unlock the legendary, or if it's going to be a requirement for a new and upcoming Scourge, where you can use the Masters of Evil. In my opinion, it's going to be the second. So I think that in a few months we are going to have a new round of Scourges, and that's where the Masters of Evil are going to be required. So keep this in mind when you are approaching the upcoming events where you'll be able to unlock these characters. So, Absorbing Man, very important, legendary unlock. So let's take a look at what you need to do in order to unlock this character. We are going to break down the math, and I'm going to tell you what you should do based on what's going on in the game, and then you make the decision if you are going on free-to-play route or if you are going to spend some power cores, something like that. Because yes, unfortunately, we have to spend the power cores in order to complete these events. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. The same way that Absorbing Man smashes that ball. Look at that. Even turns himself into iron. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the blog post and the events that we have going on there. So the first event is Rage of the Past, and this event is related with the upcoming War Scourge. Yes, the War Scourge is coming once again. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel for the new strategies for the War Scourge. And it's the Scourge where you'll be able to max out your Red Hulk. Hopefully, most of you will be able to max out by this War Scourge. So this event, the Rage of the Past, is going to be a 3-day long event, and it's going to revolve around spending campaign energy and also earning Blitz credits. So you can imagine that you should save energy on your mailbox. Maybe you should save some power cores to consume with energy and so on, and maybe you should even save your Blitz credits from the previous Blitzes. And while that's true, it's probably not necessary because unfortunately the rewards are not that great. So you can see right here in this event you are going to get Elite Force, yikes, Elite Force. You are going to get a bunch of gold orbs at the end. We're also going to get some teal gear for gear tier 16 and also teal gear for gear tier 17 of Mystic. And yes, Absorbing Man is a Mystic character. You're also going to get some bronze shards, maybe. And as always, you have the monthly item. So, is it going to be worth it to complete all of these? It really depends on the effort. I'm going to tell you right away. Spoiler alert, yikes, spoiler alert. It's not going to be worth it because the requirements to go beyond milestone 25 are just so big that it doesn't make any sense. And even for whales, the rewards are so bad that it's very, very hard to justify this kind of investment. If you want to complete this, you have to spend over 10,000 energy throughout these 3 days, which is completely ridiculous and it doesn't make any sense. So let's take a look at what makes sense. Let's see what makes sense. Okay, so for this specific event, once again, Rage of the Past, it's going to start on the 6th, so this should be on Monday, and then it's a 3 days event. It's going to require you to blitz, and it's going to require you to earn orb fragments, warlord orb fragments. What is this warlord orb fragments? This is going to be orbs that you will be able to obtain fragments with energy, of course, with energy on the normal campaigns. And the amount of orbs you get is very small, and the type of characters you get is also not convenient for most people. You can get Hero Asgardians, Ravagers, and Gamma Shards. So it's very unlikely that you'll get any kind of Gamma Shards, and you'll get more likely Hero Asgardians and Ravagers. And Hero Asgardians and Ravagers, all these characters are farmable, and even the Gamma Shards, only Brawn right now is not farmable. So let's say that 90% of the content or 95% of the content is going to be irrelevant for most people. For most people that have been playing for 1 year or so, I think it's going to be pretty much irrelevant. And that's why you should not put any effort into completing these campaign nodes and obtaining these Warlord or fragments, because the amount of points you get for the price you have to pay is just not enough. Like, just with the free energy, you are going to obtain 2 orbs throughout these 3 days. And if you spend 50 power cores on the refreshes, and that's going to be a total of 600 power cores, so 200 power cores over 3 days, you only get like 1 additional orb. This is all junk, it's all trash. So you're gonna spend 600 power cores just to get 1 orb that you have 90% chance of getting literally nothing. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the way we require points is by also blitzing, but there is a limited amount that they have a bonus, so you're gonna get bonus points for blitzing. And the amount of blitzing you have to do is literally nothing. So over the 3 days, you have to do 6 matches of 6 rotations of blitz over 3 days. This means you only have to do 2 rotations per day in order to get all the free points. You get 67,000 points, and you only need 52,000 points for the monthly item. So this is going to be like super easy. 2 rotations per day to get the monthly item, and you don't have to worry about the energy. Don't worry about it. Save your power cores because you are going to need them. Save your power cores because you are going to need them. Now, if you want to non-stop blitz, if you want to blitz non-stop, and if you want to save all those credits from the days before and so on, which you probably should, you can get between 15,000 to maybe 20,000 additional blitz credits. And when you take a look at the rewards, the best you can get is like additional half of Elite 4, which is nice. Half of Elite 4 is always nice, but you're not going to get anything beyond that. And this requires you to blitz non-stop, 8 rotations per day. Is it necessary? Not really. So in my opinion, like, don't put any effort on this event. Just do your 2 rotations per day throughout the 3 days. You'll get all the free points, you'll get all the monthly items for this specific event, and that's it. You don't have to spend power cores, you don't have to force yourself over blitzing, and even if you force yourself, the rewards are just not significant enough. You can see right here that monthly item, free to play, 100% super easy. The bronze shards and some teal junk, that's going to require you to blitz 4 rotations per day, and also save your blitz credits from the previous events. But keep in mind that after 24 hours, after 36 hours, these blitz rewards are going to expire. Usually it's within 36 hours, so keep that in mind, because they might expire and then you lose all those things. So you're gonna get all those, you're gonna lose all those blitz rewards after, so pay attention to it. And then the 30 additional bronze shards is just out of question, because it requires you to spend like 6,000 to 10,000 or even more energy per day, which is just ridiculous. Okay, let's move on for the next event, the Crusher of Eros. This is going to be the event that will allow you to unlock Absorbing Man. Once again, keep in mind that Absorbing Man and the Masters of Evil are going to be required for a future legendary character, which we don't know if it's the old system, where you need a 5 L stars or higher, or the new system through a Scourge. Once again, in my opinion, it's going to be a Scourge that will be announced in April, maybe. Okay, so this is starting on Friday, on the 9th of February. And this is going to require you to participate in alliance wars, in raids, and also spending power cores. Now this spending power cores, this is where the people are going to be divided between the free-to-play, the tryhards, and the whales. And you might want to consider saving your power cores for this part of the event, because the rewards here, the rewards on the Crusher of Eros, are very, very juicy. So make sure you keep this in mind. So let's take a look at those rewards. So not only you are going to be able to unlock Absorbing Man up to a 4-star, and you are going to be able to obtain him easily at 3 stars. But then you also have some dark promotion credits here. So this is going to be very important, because this is how you can upgrade your Horseman characters. This is how you are going to upgrade your Apocalypse. This is how you are going to upgrade your Dormammu. The red stars for these characters that I just mentioned are becoming more and more important, so it's going to be nice to get as many dark promo credits as possible. On top of that, you also have some Armory 17 orbs, and you also have some Isolate Blue level 4, which you also need for Apocalypse. So as you can see, the rewards on this event are very, very juicy. Once again, you get points by participating in raid battles and by participating in Alliance War battles. After you reach this limit, you can see right here, 25,000 and 28,000, you are not going to get any more points, and all of those other points are going to come out of power cores. So how many power cores do we have to spend in order to complete the different stages of this event? So if I want the monthly item, how many power cores do I have to spend? If I want the Isolate Blue level 4, how many power cores I have to spend? And if I only want the dark promo credits, how many power cores I have to spend? Let's break down the math of all of these different situations. Okay, so we have right here Crusher of Eros starting off on 9 of February, and it's going to be a 4 days event, so this is going to go throughout the weekend. Then we have play war battles. You only have to do 5 nodes per day, and it's very common for most people to do 12 nodes per day. It's very common, 12 nodes per day, it's pretty common. Some people even do 60 nodes or even higher than that. So you can see that by doing the bare minimum in the game, 5 nodes per day in raids, you are going to be able to obtain the maximum points necessary. Fairly easy, super free to play, achievable. Then we have play war battles, and once again we have limited points, and this one throughout the week, as many alliance wars as possible you have. You want to do up to, it's not up to, you have to do 14 war attacks. So if you are on zone 1, well, F you, because Scopely doesn't like zone 1 anymore. Now they only like zone 4. In the past, zone 4 was the adopted child. Now zone 1 is the ugly duck. So there you go. Throughout the 4 days that we have, you have to do 14 war attacks. You might be able to do like 20 war attacks if you are on zone 4, but if you are on zone 1, you have to be very careful, because you have to do 14 attacks, and if your alliance is super efficient, you have to save one room in order for multiple people to attack that room and lose the match, so you can complete these. Otherwise, it's going to be a struggle to do all of these 14 attacks. Either way, you can skip these 14 attacks. You just have to spend more power cores, bro. You just have to spend more power cores. Okay, anyway. So as you can see, the free-to-play elements of participating in raids and participating in war battles are pretty easy. And to unlock at 3 stars Absorbing Man, you need 49,000 points. And just by doing these, the raids and the war attacks, you're going to be able to get 53,000 points. So Absorbing Man and the monthly item is even less points than the unlocking of the Absorbing Man. So this is going to be super easy to complete. Super easy, 100% no effort. You can see right here, monthly item. And is this the one correct? Let's see. Absorbing Man. Okay, so you are going to be able to complete this. You're going to get 53,000 points easy mode, and you need 49 for the monthly item. So no struggle here, super easy. Now, in terms of the other objectives, in terms of the other rewards that we might be interested in, so we have the Dark Promotion credits, 64,000, and this one is going to require you to spend 2,000 cores over 4 days, so that's around 500 cores per day. If you want the ISO 8 blue, all of the ISO 8 blue that you need for Apocalypse, you need it for Apocalypse, then you have to spend 5,500 power cores, which is a lot. It's 1,200 plus power cores per day. And then finally, if you want a 4 stars absorbing man, you have to spend 8,000 power cores per day. You have to spend 8,000 power cores over 4 days, which is 2,000 power cores per day. Does this make any sense? Well, if we are on the old system of legendary unlocks, then yes, then it's going to be important to make sure that we get all the shards possible for absorbing man. But I don't think it's the case, and that's why this is not so important. You can complete all of these free to play, by the way. If it's like green, yellow and orange, it means it's possible to complete free to play if you save the power cores, which you should. You should never spend your power cores in anything other than one refresh of the store or one refresh of energy per day. Whether you are a new player or veteran player, it doesn't matter. You should just save your power cores so you can use them for specific events like this one. Okay, so in terms of power cores, there is one situation that is Kang the Conqueror or Moonstone will be released next week, and you can double up in terms of value by spending power cores for those characters. Kang the Conqueror specifically is a very important character. The bigger you have him, the better, because his passive activates multiple things on the Masters of Evil team in Cosmic Crucible. So it's going to be important to have him as big as possible. Moonstone is not as important to stay alive, but it's also a decent character. It's actually a better character in all game modes compared to Kang the Conqueror. But both of the characters are important, so either way, you might want to consider spending some power cores on those specific characters, because otherwise we don't have a real good place where to spend these power cores. And that's why I would recommend to spend on those characters instead. But you can see right here that the Dark Promo credits, you need to spend 2,000 power cores. So this is going to be like 2 orbs for those new characters on Kang the Conqueror. And this one is going to be almost 10, maybe 10, almost 10, maybe 8, around 8 pulls, and you might get lucky. And you get a free unlock, and on top of the free unlock you are also going to get ISO 8 blue level 4 and Gear Tier 17 mini uniques of the mystic type that you need for the Apocalypse unlock. So this is something that you need to have in mind. In my opinion, I think, and my goal is going to be the 5,000 power cores. So I'm going to get some additional shards for Kang or Moonstone, and on top of that get the Dark Promo credits and also the ISO 8 blue level 4. And this is why I say so many times that you need to save your power cores. Don't spend power cores on anything other than one single refresh of the store or energy. That's it. Once again, on the previous events, they are trying to bait you to spend power cores on energy. Don't do that, because the rewards are not worth it and it doesn't make any sense. So that's all you need to know in order to unlock Absorbing Man for free. To go beyond that, to get the 4 yellow stars, it gets a little bit pricey, and I do not recommend. You get 1 additional Elite 5, and you also get some T4 ability materials. What is this? There is no T4s here. This is all wrong. So anyway, this is all wrong. It's always wrong. The blog post already had to be corrected a bunch of times. But yeah, this is how you unlock Absorbing Man for free. This is how you get a bunch of Dark Promo credits, which you need for Dormammu and Horseman characters. And this is how you also get additional ISO 8 blue level 4 that will allow you to unlock Apocalypse early. So extremely important. So I hope you guys enjoyed enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. And I will catch you guys later.